Alright, thanks for checking out the ABO channel. In this video we just want to take a few minutes to talk about one of the ways that you can create better deer habitat. One of those being letting light into your property. What that's going to do is create briar growth, and that creates great cover, great browse, stays green late into the year. So we really like to try to promote that kind of growth. Basically on our property we had a lot of pines, very little briars. So what we did, we cut some trees down, we let some light in, and very quickly we seen the briars start to come. And with that, we seen a lot more deer browse. But what they did was not let those briars really grow, above a foot or two tall. So we didn't get a whole lot of the cover we were looking for. We just had the browse. So we have a tip here. If you're experiencing the same kind of troubles, that'll let those briars get established, let them get mature, so you can get that good cover to go along with the browse.
I'm going to talk a little bit about creating some whitetail habitat, some things you can do to get a little bit more briar growth quicker. Obviously the first thing, it's not rocket science, you got to get sunlight in. That's going to promote growth from the forest floor up. I think the pickers are just there waiting to go. They're waiting for that sunlight, because we were dealing with a lot of pines on this piece of property that we're working on. We let some sunlight in and we're starting to get briar growth down here, but the deer are actually holding us back a little bit. We've stalled out with some of these pickers, 2 foot tall, and you can see on this one, they just browse it like crazy. And what we're trying to do now, we figured it out, create some brush piles, hopefully let these pickers get untouched for a year or two, because we've been watching a few that have been in the piles and they grow 2-3 foot a year. You send up new shoots. So if we can get that big bush started and then let it fringe out past the brush piles, let them feed on that, your brush piles are going to eventually rot away, but hopefully you can keep those pickers 10 years or so growing in there before you get some more trees shading it out. But you can manage for that and take those trees down. So we'll take a look at one of the brush piles that we got going, that shows one of the big pickers we got. Alright, so you can see one of the brush piles we got here. It actually started with just a dead pine top that fell. You see we added some newer stuff to it, but you got pickers growing on the fringe here that are a little bit younger. Deer can come in, feed, and get to those. Then if you can see the green coming over the top of the dead pine there, that's what we're trying to get to grow out, expand. Because eventually this pine top's going to rot away, this brush pile's going to rot away, but we want, big truck size picker patch right in here. We've got another brush pile behind it that you can connect, that they're going to have a lot of browse. It creates a lot of fall time cover. Next week we're heading into the first week of November. Hopefully see some rutting action, but we still got green pickers here. Creates a nice thicket that those are going to want to come to feed. They're getting pushed, they're going to want to come to this cover. Hopefully the bucks are going to follow.